maybe that's your problem. See, I thought we'd all get together and have a nice time. You know, tell a few stories, have some laughs. Kind of like a picnic.
What?
Don't stare at me, please. Where you been?
The end of that book is like the female orgasm. Lots of highs, lots of lows, and no single clear resolution.
Time passes in moments. Moments which, rushing past, define the path of a life, just as surely as they lead towards its end. How rarely do we stop to examine that path, to see the reasons why all things happen, to consider whether the path we take in life is our own making, or simply one into which we drift with eyes closed. But what if we could stop, pause to take stock of each precious moment before it passes? Might we then see the endless forks in the road that have shaped a life?
Mulder, where are you? Oh!
Scully? Scully, what is it?
Fox, you were right all along. I believe! I believe! I believe!
CGI Special Agent Data Nully. We couldn't help overhearing you. You're looking for a missing person?
Hello, I'm Gillian Anderson. I have to tell you, at first I was a little hesitant about hosting this program because I tend to be a nervous flyer.
Since 1960, a small network of secret agents has provided presidents with information that shaped national security policy.
The journey that ends with mankind's ultimate conquest starts with the challenge of the moon.
It would have to be women. I mean, the answer's always women, right? Yep. Right? Yeah, women.
Welcome, counselors. I am Eve, the Hellbender's enhanced virtual entity. Well, gee, Mulder, there's also this report of a shipment of drugs and illegal weapons coming into New Jersey tonight.
You said yeah, and she's probably fucking everybody on the block now.
It was a joke.
You are my boyfriend. You are supposed to defend me.
Atom by atom, molecular beams transport me away to the place of my dreams. A point in space where time is still, colliding worlds in limbo until.
Why did they assign me to you in the first place, Mulder? To debunk your work, to rein you in, to shut you down.
But you saved me.
The only person I want coming through this door is Iggy.
Merry Christmas. I just thought I'd make you boys a nice Christmas meal.
The problem I have with you is that I'm attracted to you. Mulder and I observed some suspicious traffic in and out of the warehouse. We went in to investigate. We were attacked by a number of armed men. I was shot. There was an odd light. Mulder carried me out of the warehouse. I blacked out, and I woke up here. I was hoping you'd cry out in your sleep. Then I would have bitten your head off to silence you.
Hi, Dr. Nora. My boyfriend and I have been living together for about 2 years.
Are you having sex?
Our sex life's not the problem. It's great. But whenever I mention marriage, he changes the subject. Do you think that he's afraid of commitment?
Technology and the threat of nuclear annihilation in the last half of the 20th century have changed the world forever.
Where's Peter? Are we just about done again?
You told me once that you could help me only by loving me. Well, you did love me for a moment. And it helped me. But that moment is gone. And I let it go.
Feeding you. You put something in me, I put something in you. Oh, Mom, you're so deep. That's what Doug says when I go off on one of my little brain travel things.
I made 3 extra doses to counteract an infection just in case. I think that this rules out witchcraft, Mulder.
Just because there's a medical cure doesn't rule out a paranormal cause.
I should have stuck the syringe in your ass. Look, I don't know what's the best way to do this either.
Why?
What do you think? You pissed off on me. It was all over the news. You were shot, and I never heard a mute from you again.
I must reassure myself of your fitness for marriage, of the state of your equipment. I never knew you lived. They told me you had died only hours after you were born. For 20 years, I never knew I had a daughter living.
They're looking for a doctor. Shiragani!
Raisa Mina Meumia.
The president's been hurt in an accident.
Well, we have to come. We'll follow you. Like you said.
The man with the beard. Who is he?
Heifer.
Heifer.
That's what we call him, okay?
The crystal is mine once more. At last, planet Earth will feel the true might of Borkata.
We're not FBI anymore, Mulder. We are two people who come home at night. To a home now. I don't want that darkness in my home.
Where is that from? It was my mother's. She gave it to me.
Oh, you sweetie. That is very, very. So listen. I'm Gillian Anderson, and this is Masterpiece Classic. I know. It's my husband. Let's go to the bathroom.
Oh, no, I don't think we should.
No, come on, I haven't done
No,
that. Ages.
I don't think we should.
Come on, let's go.
Gee.
Okay. Oh, shh.
What, are you kidding me? I thought that by doing this voiceover, that was my contribution.
Right. No, absolutely. No pressure.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Jesus.
I do remember you. Mr. Mountstuart. Of course. Biarritz. You let David play through. Come along.
You humiliate me in front of the Foreign Secretary. You lose our only lead on Vortex, and then you try and kill my mother.
One squirt of slime from the man. One fishy egg in the woman. And behold, they shall call his name Emmanuel.
And perhaps you shall sail with him again, Elijah.
Never again.
Perhaps you were meant for something special. Perhaps it is intended that you, like Estella, will be different and extraordinary.
And you're alone? Vous êtes seul?
Come on. A new identity, protection, a house, income for life. What is that? 1 million?
Yes!
Cried the witch.
She just moved back home. We can't look after you here.
I stay right here.
We have to talk about this.
So, late night at the hospital again, Mickey? Yep. And another one tonight. If you'd like, I can save dinner for you. Oh, you're a saint.
You okay?
Hi, Miss White.
Hey, Grace.
Hey.
Did you grab the brownies I made?
Yeah.
Have a good day.
You too.
That's what really bothers you, isn't it? The one-night stand. Man fucks woman. Subject man, verb fucks, object woman. That's okay. Woman fucks man. Woman, subject. Man, object. That's not so comfortable for you, is it?
My husband has a very sophisticated palate. He's very particular about how I taste.
Is it that kind of party? It's not that kind of party.
No. It really isn't.
I am practically bursting with health, and the medical world, hitherto white with suspense, is entertaining high hopes. I love that locution. You can just see the high hopes all dressed up being taken to the hippodrome and then Maillard's for tea. Or maybe you can't. What the hell?
I heard her scream as he beat her. It's like that girl who put her arms around you. I just can't get her out of my head.
Robin Smythe! I'd rather die than spend another second in your company! You're not getting me or my son!
Stop that! You want to go to the ball, dear, right?
Well, yeah, but...
Well, my spell wasn't working, so I had to go with Plan B. Prince of Something! Free your minions from the darkest crotch of hell!
Look, whatever's between us is between us. Today, let's just pretend like we like each other. Or at the very least, like I'm just a parent and you're just an FBI agent. So what do you need from me?
How strange that I should be considered a destitute woman when I have all of these treasures locked in my heart. I think of myself as a very, very rich woman.
I would encourage you to refrain from using my Christian name so liberally.
Christian.
How dare you?
Every minute of every day, somebody dies of a heart attack in America. It's the nation's biggest killer.
And the Emperor himself has taken an interest in your affairs, are you?
Yes, he's been kind. More than kind, really.
Vraiment?
All the old crowd here, I see.
True, it would sing for you. Your fingers are very clever at playing on such instruments. But I do not love you nor respect you. And I will not have my body singing a tune which my soul cannot sing also. Of course, this was not hearing. But I do know that the tones and harmonies conveyed to me moods of great beauty and majesty.
That's not my 4-year-old self looking for a miracle. That's my leap of faith forward. And I'd like to do it together.
But we can change a lot, Dickie. We really can. And we absolutely have to.
At the end of the Civil War in 1865, the United States nursed some deep and bloody wounds. And yet the post-war era also marked the beginning of an extraordinary rise in international wealth.
You know, after all, we have our very own Ruth Ellis right under this roof.
Ruth Ellis shot her lover, not her husband.
Well, either way, she was hanged for it. And
Then the rain came. For days and nights it poured down over the forest, which drank itself fresh and green as never before.
The screen's the altar. I'm the one they sacrifice to. Then till now. Golden age to golden age. They sit side by side, ignore each other, and give it up to me. Now they hold a smaller screen in their lap or in the palm of their hand so they don't get bored watching the big one. Time and attention. Better than lamb's blood.
I'm going to take a chance on you two. Are you serious?
Find all solutions. You understand the definition of all, Mr. Akabaro?
Of course you're not. You're 16. You're not supposed to know the answers to anything. You're going to be just fine.
You're such a strong man. How high can you jump?
Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy night.
You have no enemies, you say? Alas, my friend, the boast is poor. He who is mingled in the fray of duty that the brave endure must have made foes. If you have none, small is the work that you have done. You've hit no traitor on the hip. You've dashed no cup from perjured lip. You've never turned the wrong to right. You've been a coward in the fight.